Horror. It's a pervasive element in various Roblox web series and ARGs. The common trope of the series can fall along the lines of this. The main character uploads ordinary videos, then encounters an entity that stalks and scares them, and the story continues from there on out. But as of recent, the only well-established series where horror isn't the main focus is Brandonworks. But what if I told you there's another? It's Skeet Plays, a channel that recently gained a lot of popularity. It's run by the main character with the same name, and it follows Skeet's story through video documents, community posts, and Google Drive files. Like always, I will try to explain the events of It's Skeet Plays, and I will give my perspective on what's going on in the web series. Without wasting any time, let's go right ahead and watch the first entry on the channel. Just like many other beginnings to a Roblox web series, it begins with a nice, simple house tour. You can never go wrong with that while making a series. I mean, come on, Mr. Brightside is playing in the background. How can this video not be awesome? I'm gonna add this to my playlist. This is Skeet's first video and he welcomes us to his home. Let's take a look at it. Skeet, you did nothing to it. Skeet goes on to explain that it looks bare bones, which he is 100% right about, but then he mentions that his friend is gonna help him decorate it. Hopefully he's very supportive. Oh, he'll probably suck, XD? Dude, that's like not nice at all. And that's all he wanted to show us. An empty house. Great job, Skeet. Skeet says see ya to all the Skeeters, and that's the end of the first episode on the channel. Alright, Pristazers. No, that doesn't work. Okay, don't unsubscribe. Let's move on to the next entry on the channel. We meet someone new in this video, and this someone is the person that Skeet was talking about earlier, the friend that's going to help him build the house place. The friend is named Matt_was_here, and together they are playing Rocket Arena, and also another great song in the background. The title of the video sums up what happens. Skeet and Matt are fighting to the death, except it's just Matt dying over and over again. But the more Skeet kills Matt, he seems to get more cocky, saying that he sucks and he won't ever kill him. Skeet in this post tells that he's getting bored of how bad Matt is. He also says it in the description of the video. Bro, what did Matt even do? The majority of important information falls along the lines of this. Matt's legs fall off and Skeet puts him out of his misery. Skeet calls him a loser at the end of the video, and the last thing is hidden. Opening the subtitles during the video, every once in a while, a letter will show up. Adding up all the characters together, a YouTube video ID is formed, and this ID takes us to the next video on the channel, torment.mp4. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. This video takes place before the recording that we saw in the last video. Skeet says hello and Matt says hello back, but Matt also says Skeet's real life name, Zach. Skeet says, "You're not supposed to call me that, remember?" It seems like this has happened before, and as a quick notice, Skeet seems to replace the letter S with the letter Z for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. I guess it makes it unique from everyone else. Let's continue though. Matt apologizes for calling him by his real name, and Skeet just replies with whatever and then calls him stupid. Dude, Skeet better be nice to Matt, because Skeet could face some pretty serious consequences. After this, the footage begins to glitch out, creepy ambience begins to play, and an image slowly fades onto the screen. It's a house, and subtitles show on the screen. Trying to relive these memories? Figured as much. I'll let you delude yourself. I'll be waiting for you when you're ready to wake up. It seems like this house is Skeet's, but I'm not too sure who is talking to Skeet here, and based on the threatening tone of the message, it doesn't look good for Skeet. Let's go ahead and look at the next video on It's Skeet Plays. Matt and Skeet finally made some progress on the house, and now Skeet will continue to show the progress from here on out. And usually, this type of video would have fun music in the background and edits, but as we can see from the description of the video, Skeet says, "Too tired to edit today, my body is sore." There's also more written in the description, but we'll get to that later. On with the video. Skeet says hello and announces that the two of them have made progress on the house. Like I mentioned before, Skeet begins the tour. As you can see, we have a door. Wow, it took you guys 2 days for that? Oh, okay, he's kidding. Skeet shows us a massive television, and Skeet explains that he made the couch and that Matt made the table and the TV. And then Skeet says this. His parents are pretty well off. He has those fancy flat screens. We only have a boxy one from the 90s. He explained that his family situation financially isn't as good as Matt's. They both plan on adding more things to the house in the future, and we'll see those updates in the future videos in his house progress series. After that, Skeet ends the video, but there's still some more. Looking at the video's description, it shows a conversation between Skeet and Matt. Matt wonders if Skeet wants to play this skating game that he found, but Skeet doesn't really want to play it. Skeet also says he finds it annoying that he's always happy all the time, but ultimately, Skeet agrees to play the game, and this is where the conversation ends. Skeet seems to be kind of selfish. The only thing is, we don't know much about Skeet to blame him for it. I guess the only way to find out is to take a look at the next entry on the channel. As we saw in the description of the last video, Skeet and Matt are playing the skateboarding game he was talking about, and as we already know, it took a decent amount of convincing to get Skeet to play this game, so let's be real. We already know how this is gonna go down. The video has another banger song in the background. This video is obviously a Roblox skateboarding compilation, which a lot of people did at the time, but apparently not Skeet because he hates it. They start talking about how Matt won the contest to win his skater helmet. He mentioned that in the last video's description, but Skeet still thinks he's better than him, saying, just because you won some stupid contest doesn't make you better than me. Damn, that was like really mean. They then start talking about fighting games, and Matt hopes that if he plays the game more, he'll get better. Let's see what Skeet thinks of that. Nah. Oh, wow, he's really supportive. For a frame, we can see a Google Drive link pop up. Going to the link, we can see text messages between Matt and his mother. It's translated to, Matt, how are you? Is your school okay? It's okay, Mom. Zach and I will play when we get home. Alright, there's dinner on the table if you want, okay? Okay, Mom. Love you. Love you too. Skeet then goes AFK due to his dad showing up. After talking with him, he says that he can't be playing this late and he has to go. But before he leaves, he tells Matt that he gets to choose the next game. Dude, you played this game for like 2 minutes. After this, Skeet ends the recording and the video ends. Let's move on to the next entry on the channel. We're now on to the second house progress video, and yet again, another great song. Skeet and Matt are showing what they've done to the house. Let's go ahead and see what they did to the place. Like the same as before, it still has a very large TV, but now they have a very large computer, which should be the normal size of a TV. They go into the new addition to the house, a kitchen. It looks very nice. And I'll say this right now, Matt may be the worst PvPer I've ever seen, but he sure can build. And then Matt shoves Skeet across the room. Going outside, they added many trees and a long pathway out to the edge of the base plate, and just like many Roblox web series before it, the chairs are broken. Never mind what I said earlier. And well, that's the end of the second house progress video. The additions that they made to the house were super cool, and the video may seem uneventful, but looking at the description of the video, there's another YouTube video ID to the next unlisted video on the channel. It seems like this video, Envy, takes place after the second house progress video. My only guess is because of the day and night cycle. The video is of Matt and Skeet talking about many important things to the story, so let's go right ahead and see what's going on. The first thing they speak about is how Matt really enjoys building games with Skeet, even though he's not there most of the time. Skeet says, sometimes I feel bad for leaving you all alone like that. I know I'm your only friend. And Matt says it's okay and he can wait for him. And then, Skeet begins to talk about how he's scared of a lot of things. The following things are scared of my dad, scared of hurting those around me, and scared of his future. Based on what we've seen from Skeet in the past, he's quite aggressive to Matt, not living in the best conditions, and being scared of his dad. This is a sign that Skeet in real life has to deal with an abusive father. Some signs of this could be when he couldn't stay on late while playing with Matt, or even when he was sore and couldn't even edit a small video. And aggression towards others can be a sign of mental injury. Back to the video though, Matt says it's okay to be scared sometimes. His mother told him that, but Skeet wishes his mother did the same. And now, we understand why the entry is called Envy. Sometimes I'm jealous of what you have. If you don't know what envy means, it's a part of the 7 deadly sins. These include pride, greed, lust, gluttony, wrath, sloth, and last but not least, envy, which is a way of feeling so unhappy and hateful towards someone for what they possess or their situation at the moment. Jealousy and envy aren't the same. They often get mixed up. For the situation situation we see here, Skeet is envious of Matt's situation, wealth, and family life. So what the title says fits the situation better. Skeet continues with what he's saying. Everything seems to just work out for you while I'm stuck. Matt doesn't know how to respond to what Skeet said. After this, the video ends. Another important thing of note is what's written in the description. It reads, "Was this your way of showing remorse?" Again, this sentence is written from another perspective. I'm not sure who this could be just yet. At the same time of this video, a community post with the same name, Envy, was made, and it seems like at this point, everything is going to change for Skeet, most likely for the worse. This video is Skeet and Matt playing Chaos Canyon on Roblox together, and after a very personal conversation of the two of them in the last video, let's see if Skeet is going to be a lot nicer to Matt. I suck at this game. You really do. Okay, nothing has changed. For some reason, Skeet is being even more rude to Matt than before, repeatedly killing him over and over and saying how bad he is every time. Skeet wonders why Matt keeps on using the slingshot instead of the sword, and wonders if he's dumb. Jeez, he needs to relax. And Matt says it's because the sword is hard to use. Well, Matt, you have to click to use the sword, not just run into the opponent. Jokes aside, the video begins to get more serious. Skeet seems to get even more mad. He says, "Are you even trying? Are you trying to piss me off? How does this kid have friends, bro?" Anyway, the video ends after this. Honestly, as much as Skeet is an asshole to others, it's not his fault. Like I've explained before, children can often take out their anger on others if they have problems at home. We get even more evidence that Skeet's home life isn't good at all, which is stated in the description. Didn't edit this one much, I'm not really doing well, sorry. Let's take a break from the videos and take a look at the long stretch of community posts that the channel has made. Between the time of the Chaos Canyon video and the next entry, 7 community posts were made that are very important to the story. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first community post on the channel. The first post shows a distorted image from the video we just watched. It reads on the top left, "Get that through your head." The second community post, yet again, is another distorted image. This time, we can see a hexadecimal cipher on the bottom left. It's translated to a sentence in Filipino. Once translated, it reads at least one word, but using the language of Tagalog, it translates to "even for a moment," so I'm not sure which one is the 100% right translation. The third community post is another distorted image that includes things to decipher. This is a recurring theme with these posts. Looking at the top of the image, it seems to be in Caesar cipher. It translates to "Friends? That's a funny joke, Zach," and for some reason, the number 11 can be seen. Not sure what this could mean just yet. In the fourth community post, there are many things to decipher. First, Morse code at the top left of the screen. It reads Genesis 4, which is a chapter in Genesis which tells the story of Cain and Abel. These were the first 2 sons of Adam and Eve. Long story short, they both made a sacrifice to God, but God only accepted Abel's offering and not Cain's. Out of anger and jealousy, Cain kills Abel, and Cain is exiled by God to the land of Nod. This chapter in the book of Genesis is known to be the birthplace of envy, and well, the story of Cain and Abel fits this story very well, taking out the murder aspect, that is. I think. Now, onto the right of the post, we see a mirrored conversation between Skeet and Matt. It's Skeet apologizing for how he acted in the Chaos Canyon video that we just watched. Matt offers to play with Skeet to get his mind off things, but he says his head hurts, and they should play tomorrow. After that, that's all the community post has to offer. The next community post is Skeet in the original Houseplace version. On the bottom left, we can see the words "clock's ticking," and at the top left, we can see the sentence "You're just like your father." As we already know, that's not something to be proud of. The community post after this is very short, but Skeet says, "Gonna start uploading soon. Matt cheered me up a bit." And the 7th and final community post of this run is Skeet looking through a window. At the top is even more Caesar cipher. It reads, "Why did this have to happen, Zach?" And after this, that's it for the community post for the time being. Let's go ahead and move on to the next video on the channel. Skeet was pretty mean to Matt in the last video. Let's see what the next video is. Oh no. This is the second video of Skeet pwning Matt in Rocket Arena, and yet again, Skeet's amazing music taste strikes again. But a little fun fact, the song Face Down by the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus sort of fits this story well. The song is about domestic abuse. If you listen to the lyrics, you'll come to find that. And well, look at Skeet's situation and tell me it doesn't fit. Let's watch the video though. This time, they are keeping score, and it seems to be the best of 9. After a long fight between the two of them, Matt explodes himself and he loses. Wow. And that's the end of the video. But there's one last thing. In the top right of the video, we can see something flashing throughout the whole entry. Honestly, I have no clue what this could be. And alongside this, 2 events took place. First, a community post was made of Matt saying it's cold in their house. Additionally, at the time of this video, the real Skeet account had a game that people had discovered, which was just the house place from the videos that we've seen. Let's go ahead and look at the next entry on the channel. Here is the third house progress video, and if you look at the video's runtime, it's 8 minutes long, so obviously something isn't right about this video. And yet again, this is another video with no editing, and by what we've seen previously on the channel, we know what this means for Skeet. Let's see what's going on. We see a lot of progress with the house place. It seems to be winter by the looks of the map change. They both say hi to each other, and Matt wonders if he likes what he's done with the place, and Skeet says he does. But then the screen turns black. The recording returns a couple of minutes later, with both of them looking at a road that Matt built. Skeet likes the pink car especially because it's his favorite color. Skeet says, if there's one thing you aren't bad at, it's building. It cuts to black again after this. And when Skeet sees decoration for a birthday party, a glitching sound can be heard for a short moment. It's decorated like this because it's almost Matt's birthday. It cuts to black again after this. The recording returns to them in the kitchen. It's a very large birthday cake on the table. Matt says it's a strawberry cake, but Skeet likes vanilla more. It cuts to black again. It returns to them talking about the snow. Matt is excited because last winter, he just moved in and didn't get to experience it like Skeet did. Skeet hopes that it snows a lot so he doesn't have to go to school. Me too, Skeet. Me too. It then cuts to black. The next footage shows Matt wondering if Skeet wants to come to his birthday party. Skeet replies with, "Why, lol? Don't you have your loving parents?" This line has a very envious tone to it, but after Skeet says he thinks Matt's parents don't like him, he changes his mind about coming to the birthday party after Matt says his parents are out of town. He says yes because he's his friend. After he says, "See you soon," the video glitches and then cuts to a voicemail from Skeet.
Hello, please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, Matt, I don't know when you're gonna hear this, but I wanted to, say something for a minute. You remember how you, gave me something on my birthday a few weeks ago? I don't know why you bothered showing up, but you did. The present was nice, by the way. It's still in my room. So, this message is basically me telling you that I wanted to give something to you, too, for your birthday. Since you said that your parents wouldn't be around to celebrate. It's the least I can do. I won't tell you what it is yet, but it'll be really cool. Trust me. That's all I really, wanted to say. So, yeah. See you later, Matt.
Skeet is going to give Matt something for his birthday, but during this voicemail, opening captions, we can see another Google Drive link. It's a JPEG with the name Liar. It shows a message from Skeet, or in this case, Zach. It reads, "Nothing's gonna happen. It's just you worrying over nothing. Don't you get that? You're being scared over nothing. Get that through your head. It'll pass. Got it?" After this, another community post was made. This shows another image of Matt. The post says, "Then the Lord said to Cain, 'Where is your brother Abel?'" Wait, it's not suggesting that Skeet... No. There's no way. On the top left, we can see the words, "See you soon." Yeah, Skeet is cooked. After this community post, we finally understand who was communicating with Skeet through these community posts. It was Matt. It was him talking in the first unlisted video. We can tell by the whole screen being blue. And throughout all the community posts, they were all distorted, but kept the blueness to suggest that Matt is behind all of these. But right now, we just need to figure out why. But unfortunately, the only answer we have is pretty dark. Let's go on and watch the next entry. This video is an announcement that Matt will no longer be in future videos because of the two of them had a falling out. And because Matt is no longer in future videos, Skeet will be getting some of his other friends to join him and verbally abuse them. As you can tell, Skeet won't be visiting the house place anymore because of their falling out. But near the end of the video, Matt joins the game and he ends the recording instantly. If you look at the description of the video, it shows Skeet's reaction to this happening. If we looked at the last community post that we read, Matt did say that he'd see him soon, so I guess he kept his promise. And this video just makes me worried because it builds upon what was suggested earlier, and I really don't want to admit that Skeet killed Matt, because what the hell. There's also another community post showing messages between Skeet and Matt. Matt is talking about the voicemail Skeet left at the end of the House Progress 3 video. Matt says his parents left the house earlier than he thought, but in the last image, one of the messages is glitched, reading, "I've got something cool to show you on your birthday." Fuck off, dude, there's no way. Around this time, someone discovered the email from the person who made these Google Drive files, and what they discovered was a whole new rabbit hole. As you can tell from the Google Doc, there's a lot of content relating to these emails, so what I'll do, I'll cover the ones that seem very important to the story. The first email was sent to the owner of the Google Drive files in June, basically saying if something happened to Matt and if they should ask in the first place. And a couple of weeks later, a response came back from Zach. The owner of the document claims that what Zach sent back was a poem by a user named Nikki. We can find it on this website here, and the capitalized letters we see spell "stay away from me." Well, damn, okay. Jaden came to find that the poem Zach sent was missing a couple verses. In turn, they sent back the missing verses and capitalized some letters to spell Y. In turn, Zach sends an image of a cross, which we'll see later in the form of a community post. The emailer states that they want to help both of them, but the message sent back is from Matt, and the image name is "You Can't Change an Unfinished Story." Jaden believes that Matt cut off Zach from emailing, which makes total sense. This file name also makes me believe that the community posts are in present time, instead of happening during the events of the videos. What I just spoke about aren't all the emails, but we'll get into some later in the future. And remember that image that was sent earlier, which was turned into a community post? Well, here we are. We can see a cross in the middle of the image, and on the top, we can see the sentence, "The sun is shining brightly." Not sure what this could mean. With all that out of the way, let's move on to the next entry. In this video, we meet someone new. It's the person that Skeet was talking about in the last video, but the video starts off pretty weird. The screen is all static, and a weird ambience is playing in the background. For a frame, we can see a face pop up. I guess this is Skeet's in real life. The new friend wonders why she's needed, and Skeet says he wants her to be in his next video, and when he says this, the glitching gets even worse. It seems like this version of Matt is pissed, but how Matt is controlling the recording is unknown for the time being. It cuts back to normal footage after this, and the friend's name is shinerz, and this video is a 1v1 between the two of them. The rest of the video is pretty uneventful, and the song in the background is pretty good, and for the majority of the video, it stays pretty tame. But around the 3-minute mark of the video, one of the transitions looks very odd compared to the other ones. We can see an outline of a head. This marks twice of a face being seen in this video, and based on the 1v1 between the two of them, shinerz seems to be a lot more skillful PvP wise, so maybe Skeet won't get bored and angry at her. I hope. But wait, there's something else. You're not gonna believe this. It's another community post. The first one we see is the invitation from Matt to Skeet for his birthday. It's a very cute drawing of them both as cats. If you look closely, you can see that Matt originally wrote Zach on the card, but scribbled it out and put Skeet. We already know this from many videos ago. And the second community post, well, I wish it were as lighthearted as the last one. This community post is disturbing. The title of the post is a poem. This describes the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. At this point, Skeet's story is falling along the lines of this. We can see text on each side of the door in the middle. On the left, it says, "Zach, open the door. You open this door right now. You listen to your father when he's speaking to you. Do you hear me, Zach? Piece of shit. I swear to God, I'm throwing you out onto the street. You never listen. You're never quiet, and you keep ruining everything. Open the door." And the one on the right is Skeet. It says, "Dad, please. I didn't do anything. It's not like I even broke anything or did something wrong. Why do you keep doing this? I didn't do anything. You keep blaming me for things out of my control. Please leave me alone. Dad, please just stop." Jesus Christ. This is messed up. Honestly, I don't even know what to say at this point. Let's move on to the next entry. This is another video that includes Sunshiners, and the two of them are playing Disaster Hotel. The two of them haven't played this game before, but when SKEET'S says, Galaxy said it was good, the recording glitches and cuts to later in the video. Galaxy is a user we haven't met yet, but something seems up with Galaxy. They're both in the hotel, climbing up to the top. Once they're on the roof, they look down at the fire burning below them, and all of a sudden, SKEET comes up with the idea, I want to jump off. I'm gonna jump off. And well, he does. Once he hits the ground, the screen slowly turns blue, and we can hear someone.
I'm sorry. 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 I'm sorry.
I guess this is SKEET. He's saying I'm sorry over and over again. My guess is he's apologizing for what happened to Matt. In the description of the video, a conversation between SKEET and Sunshiner can be seen. Sunshiner wonders why SKEET wanted to hang out all of a sudden, and SKEET says that he just wanted to be closer as friends. After this video, a lot of things went down between now and the next entry, so let's talk about what happened before we get into it. First, we have a community post. On the first slide, in the middle, we can see Matt glitched out. Over him are lyrics from the song Somewhere Only We Know by Kane. At the top of the image, what about the hopes, our promises to each other, is written. On the next slide, it's very blue, like we've seen time and time again. At the bottom, it reads, You're tiring yourself. Next is another community post. It shows Sunshiner's Twitter account. On the right, we can see writing from Matt. It says, Don't involve her. She doesn't need to know what he did. This is for his eyes only. This confirms Matt's motives. He doesn't want everyone to know what SKEET did to him. He just wants to deal with him himself and not have anyone else intervene. But weirdly enough, we know that SKEET's dad is associated with red text when speaking, and in this post, we see a bit of red on the text. Make of that what you will. The next post is important. It shows a picture of SKEET at his computer with the words Dear Diary next to him, and the title is a link to a Google Drive files, and what we get is big. We get a link to a Google Drive with many files in it. They all contain writing from SKEET. He says that these diary entries are so that he can write about his feelings, and the entries that we get to read are pretty sad. I'll summarize each one. First, in May of 2009, SKEET writes about how he isn't excited about summer vacation, mainly because that means he has to spend more time at home with non-caring parents. In August of 2009, SKEET says that his dad hit him and rambles about how he hates him. In October of 2009, he meets a user named Skulls. He also mentions that his mother is away and his dad is just sleeping drunk on the couch. In December of 2009, SKEET didn't get any presents for Christmas, but he says that his dad not coming into his room was some sort of gift. In January of 2010, SKEET meets Matt for the first time. In February of 2010, SKEET visits Matt's home. He wishes that he had a loving family just like him. In March of 2010, SKEET finds out that Matt can play the piano, and it pissed him off that he's good at something like that. And finally, in May of 2010, SKEET and Matt were out playing, and Matt fell off his skateboard, and SKEET brought him back to his house. Once they got there, Matt's mother thanked him for looking out for him. But finally, we can also see that there's a reversed MP3 in the Google Drive, but we'll talk about this later. Anyways, back to the community posts. The next community post shows a phone with the sentence, always a liar, and the post's title is, Yeah, of course, Matt was a great friend. I'm really sad I can't be there for him. Got a terrible headache. I can't come. I'm sorry. And if you look at the double letters in the words, it spells liar. The next community post shows an image from an alt place from SKEET'S Place game. Walking over to the police car, it teleports you to the sub place named Cut. It shows the area from this image. SKEET says, Rip me open, see what's inside. Then, grabbing a knife and cutting SKEET, the game crashes. But now, the game has been updated to where it shows Matt circling around him. SKEET speaks something in a different language. It says, Love, which pardons no one loved from loving, took a hold of me so strongly for this pleasure that, as you can see, it still does not abandon me. This is the final community post before the next entry. We can see SKEET faceless with Caesar cipher. It translates to, If there is a God out there who can hear my cries, please tell me, am I going to hell? And on the top left, we see another YouTube video ID for the next entry on the channel. Matt's dead. We find out 100% that Matt has died. The Rivera family are sad to announce the passing of Mateo Rivera on Monday the 15th, November 2010. In the background, we can hear SKEET reading this out.
The Rivera family is sad to announce the passing of Matt.
And soon enough, crying. Now looking back at the MP3 tape, we get even more confirmation that this happened, and Skeet says it's all his fault. And remembering the Cain and Abel references, it's sort of obvious that Skeet killed Matt. In the description, we see a phone call between Skeet and Matt's mother. Skeet says that he's unable to come to the service because he has a cold. The only thing is, he lied. He isn't sick at all. He just can't accept what he's done. We now know what the phone call was about in the other community post. After this, another community post was made, just showing a picture of Matt. His whole body is blue. With this idea, it seems like Skeet strangled him to death. I mean, you do turn blue after loss of oxygen, but that's just a theory. I don't even know what to say. Let's move on. This is, you guessed it, another video with Sunshiners, and Skeet joins her while she's playing an obby like a loner. Apparently, she's been lagging a lot, and Skeet says it makes sense because she's Australian. Damn, Australians catching strays? Skeet wonders if it's just deserts there. Thanks, Matt, for telling him he's wrong. Shinerz wonders what Galaxy is doing, and Skeet says he's building something. Shinerz suggests the idea that they join him, but Skeet doesn't like that idea because he doesn't like Galaxy, mainly because he's rude. Are you kidding me, Skeet? It then cuts to black. We then see an image of Matt if we turn up the brightness. Obviously, the idea of him never left, but eventually, as Skeet falls into the void, he's suddenly teleported, and he's teleported to a familiar place. After that, it's the end of the video. Another video playing Chaos Canyon. I wonder how this will go. Right off the bat, we notice that this video seems a lot bluer than usual. Compare this to the first Chaos Canyon video. And the fact that he doesn't like Galaxy because he's rude is pretty ironic, because in this video, Skeet is absolutely insufferable. I mean, he always has been, but it's worse here. Skeet is acting super rude towards Shinerz, but unlike Matt, Shinerz stands up for herself and continues to argue back. Throughout the arguments, Skeet just keeps on killing Shinerz while she does nothing about it. I feel like this is how Skeet fakes being tough. After a couple of back and forths, Shinerz wonders why he's being so rude because he was never like this before, and Skeet says, "Doesn't matter. Isn't a friend supposed to accept me no matter how I am?" Is he serious? Skeet doubles down on what he just said, and finally, Shinerz has had enough and leaves him for good. After this, Skeet walks away and goes over to look at the sun in the distance. He shoots a rocket at it, and that's the end of the video. After this, two community posts were made. The first one shows Shinerz's flower hat, and the title of the post says, Psalm chapter 37 verses 1 to 2. Finding this in the Bible, it reads, "Do not fret because those who are evil, or be envious of those who do wrong, for like the grass they will soon wither, like green plants they will soon die away." This line sort of sounds like Matt is speaking to Shinerz about Skeet. Also in the house, we can see the very same hat on the ground. The second community post shows various items. I think that this represents the users Skeet has lost as friends. They are represented in blue. He lost Matt, now Shinerz in the last video, and I'm guessing Galaxy is next. Let's move on to the next entry on the channel. In this video, we meet the person Shinerz and Skeet were talking about, Galaxy. Right off the bat, we can see something flashing in the top right corner. It's words in Filipino. It says, "I'm here, you know." And if you're wondering why it's in Filipino, Matt's last name is Rivera, and Rivera can be a Filipino last name. Galaxy wanted Skeet to make a video on his game, so now Skeet is making a trailer for said game. We see Galaxy standing on top of a castle, and Skeet goes up there as well. Skeet says that Galaxy wants to get 100 likes on the game before he makes something he really wants to make, whatever that is. We then see Galaxy call Skeet by his real name, Zach, and as we already know, he doesn't like that, but instead of getting angry, he brushes it off, and that's the end of the video after that. But also, we have another two community posts to look at. First is another poem that covers some dark topics. It says, "Open my heart, see what's inside, snap the sinew and bleed me dry. I'm a sinner through and through, oh baby, please just let me die. What awaits me after death? Is it him or someone else? else. Perhaps I deserve this punishment. I've lost my sense of self. Is saying sorry enough? I know the answer, but I can't bear to look it up. I'll see his face staring down at me with a look of disgust. Though I purge my wrist to atone for what I have done, I feel incomplete, and I know it means naught. For this tale has already been sung, and I will burn in my final resting spot. Open my heart, see what's inside. A black, pulsating mass of sin. Open my heart, see what's inside. Oh Lord, tell me I'll be forgiven in the end. Man, that is dark. The next community post shows an image of a maze, and the title reads, "He wound to the left and to the right. Above his head, the shadows danced. Below his feet, there were shreds of rag and splinters of bone, picked clean. Where am I?" It sounds like a riddle. Over all of this, there's a VIII cipher. To translate this, we need a key code, and the key code is maze. Once we put this in, we get another Google Drive link. This shows another entry in Skeet's diary. It talks about how the memory of Matt still lingers 2 years later. He also mentions that he misses shinerz and Galaxy, and after that, that's where the story of It's Skeet Plays is at right now. This series was tough to get through, not because it was bad, it's just the subject matter that makes it so upsetting. The fact that the themes portrayed in this series are so grounded in reality makes it even sadder. There are children like Skeet who have to deal with an unloving family, and it pains me to accept that. So, to close out the video, I do believe that Skeet killed Matt. With all the Cain and Abel references, it totally suggests that idea, and this is why Matt is haunting Skeet. Matt in the community posts and during Skeet's struggles are a representation of his guilt for what he's done, and the way Matt looks is the image that Skeet sees. Matt is always there as a constant reminder, and there's nothing he can do about it. And just like when Cain murdered Abel, God sent Cain to the land of Nod. Some people wonder why Cain's punishment was so harsh compared to that of other wrongdoers in the Bible. Well, he murdered and lied straight to God's face. Is this starting to sound similar? If this is the case, maybe he deserves it.